Hello and welcome to October 2023's edition of What the Heck is Going On in the Denver Housing Market. In this video today, I'm going to simplify break down exactly what is going on in our local Denver housing market. Then I'm going to give you 3 things to know for buyers and 3 things to know for sellers. So that way, whether you are buying or selling, you know how to win in today's market. And then the cherry on top, at the end of the video, I'll share with you where I think the market is going to be going the rest of the year. If you're new to my channel, my name is Torrey Drake. I'm a local Denver realtor. So I'd love to extend a friendly invitation for you to reach out. My contact information is below if there's anything I can do to be helpful. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in to a really high level, really simplified bird's eye view. I'm going to err on the side of being too simple for the sake of this video. A big simple headline would be the Denver market is slowing down. No shocker, right? But let me quantify that a little bit by giving you some numbers and then explain what those numbers mean. So the amount of homes we have for sale went up by about 11%. So we have 11% more homes to choose from. We sold about 20% less homes. That means we have about 20% less buyers in the market right now. Here in Colorado, they're off enjoying the mountains before things get cold. They're enjoying the changing colors, the apple picking, all that fun stuff. And interest rates are scaring them away. So our buyer pool is waning down by a noticeable amount, causing that 11% increase in homes for sale. Not because we have a whole bunch of new sellers coming in and putting their homes on the shelf to choose from, so to speak, but it's because all these homes are starting to sit for longer because our buyer pool is getting smaller. That being said, our median days to sell a home. So if you put a home on the market, how long on average does it take to sell? That number, this may surprise you, is 14 days. At the peak of our market in April, it was 5. So technically speaking, we are 3 times as slow as we were, which could sound big and scary that our Denver market is 3 times slower. But if you quantify that, 5 days to 15 days to sell, you can see that our market is still alive and well, which is why we saw 0.69% appreciation. Oh my God, 0.69%, who cares? Well, it's not like you're going to take that to the bank. However, it reflects that we're slowing down, but our market is still strong. If it wasn't, we would have seen a decent amount of depreciation, but homes are still selling quickly. Now let's go ahead and dive into 3 things to know for sellers and buyers. Before I do, if you are digging the content, hit like, hit subscribe. I know it's a cheesy ask, guys, but it truly does mean a whole lot to me. All right, 3 things to know for sellers. Number 1, I'm looking at my notes, is that I already mentioned it. The median days to sell is 14 days. If you price a home properly and prepare it well, it depends on your neighborhood, of course, and your price point, condition of the home, all that good stuff. But on average, it's 14 days. So make sure you prepare your home properly. Thing to know number 2 is on average, sellers are getting 99.14% of their asking price. Let's just make it easy and say 99%. Sellers are getting 99% of their asking price on average right now. So that means if you put your home up for sale, prepare it properly, price it properly, it should sell in around the 14-day mark for 99% of its asking price, which reflects a pretty even market. Sellers aren't dominating buyers, buyers aren't dominating sellers. Instead, people are coming together to make deals happen. And the third thing for you to know is that our active homes, like I said, went up 11%. So we're sitting at about 7,500 homes for sale, 7,500. And right now, on a weekly basis, we're getting 10 to 11,000 showings every single week. We were at 18, 19, 20 at the peak, so we're down to 10 to 11. So yes, once again, slowing down. However, we still have more showings per week than we do properties on the market, which is why homes are still selling relatively quickly. 3 things to know for buyers. Right now, interest rates are sitting at about 7.5%. I'm not a lender. Talk to a lender. Double confirm that. 7.5%. And no one knows where interest rates are going to go. However, the Fed did say in November they plan on raising rates again, which is going to make affordability a little bit tighter. Thing to know for buyers number 2 is that we closed 20% less homes. That means you have less competition, which means don't be afraid to ask for price reductions, help with inspections, or anything else that you want. I don't recommend trying to steal everything you can from the seller, but don't be afraid to ask for reasonable items. Sellers, don't be afraid to work with buyers if they're being reasonable. And the third thing to know for buyers is that the inventory grew 11%, which reflects more options But however, a lot of those options are not selling for a reason. The home might not be in good condition. The seller might be unreasonable. It might be priced too high. So make sure you do your homework before writing an offer on a property, or do a realtor, or work work with a realtor who does all that for you. Hint, hint. That's me. Well, that covers where the housing market is at today. Where do I think it's going to go? Once again, keeping things simple. I'll try not to get too nerdy on the numbers. We're going to continue on this trend, I think, until January. January is when we see, if you look at Denver on a 10-year average, January is when, boom, we pick back up. Right now, our market's going to continue to slow down due to seasonality, and that slowdown is going to be, supercharged a little bit by rising interest rates. Interest rates keep coming up. Keeping in mind, all that sounds really scary, but we have a really strong market in Denver because people move to Denver for the mountains, the weather, and the lifestyle, and none of those three things are affected by interest rates. So our demand stays pretty darn strong year round, even during a slowdown. So now through December, I think we're going to continue to see a lot of buyers exiting the market. So strategy to win becomes paramount, whether you're selling or buying. Guys, if you have questions, my contact information is below. I encourage you to reach out if you have any questions. Thank you for your time. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.